Dragon, 54 seconds.
Oh, yeah, he's going to ride this one away. Dashes across. Oner knocked into the wall. Wow! Shot. The R16 shot charged away, but the Higgs to TP in by Cats. T1 trying to retreat because already they have lost. Oner stretching, strike into the all-out. Broken blade pulled across the wall. Here the last 16 shot out with the spear. He finds Summer, and every time.
In Game 5 of T1 vs G2 at MSI, Faker single-handedly won T1 this series with an Ahri pick onto Hansama. But when he tried this exact strategy against GENG, they punished Faker with peyz's ultra aggression, and GENG came out with 2 kills for Faker's 1. In the last 4 splits, GENG has defeated T1 and won 4 straight LCK titles. This was mostly due to GENG's superior teamfight setups, executions, and always having a plan to react to what T1 threw at them. In this video, we will examine GENG teamfights against T1 that get increasingly more impossible. We start with a teamfight where GENG has the front-to-back team composition, with 2 ADCs, 2 tanks, and Lulu. So it is up to Oner's Lee Sin and Faker's Ahri to find picks to win them the teamfight. However, GENG hardly give them any openings for a pick. When peyz gets knocked up by CyanQ, Faker goes in for an ult Everfrost play that gets instantly cleanse flashed. Oner lands a Lee Sin key onto Delight, and Faker ults back again towards peyz. While it seems like peyz is caught again, Peanut's Maokai ult has been flying towards T1 and already rooted Keria and Guma. Faker's charm was intercepted by Delight, and Oner is hesitant to jump on Delight because he would also be rooted by the oncoming Maokai ult. Thus, Oner waits to jump on Delight, but once he does, he is immediately knocked up by Lulu ult, knocked back by K'Sante ult, and knocked back again by Tristana ult. All this time, GENG has been slowly kiting back so that Faker and Guma need to waste time walking towards GENG. And when Oner falls, Chovy and peyz get resets and begin to chase down T1 with their fully stacked lethal tempos. Zeus gets autoed to death, and this teamfight win gives GENG a free Baron. In the next teamfight, T1 has the poke comp with Maokai and Jace. We already see Peanut and Delight being poked down by Maokai saplings and Jace Shock Blast. To avoid taking too much poke, GENG start Dragon, forcing T1 to come closer and risk being engaged upon. Chovy cuts off 4 T1 members, and seeing that Dragon is at half HP and that GENG is on soul point, Oner flashes over the wall and uses Maokai ult. However, Peanut then uses Sejuani ult to prevent Oner from stealing Dragon, and GENG gets Cloud Soul. Maokai ult and Nami ult CC all GENG members in the Dragon Pit, and T1 have them where they want them. T1 can slowly poke GENG down while they are trapped in the pit. After being trapped for some time, Delight goes for a Rakan ult W that knocks up Oner and Zeus. GENG uses this moment to escape the Dragon Pit and burst down T1's fragile poke comp. Doran uses Flash Camille ult and Guma, and both Guma and Zeus are bursted down. Oner, Faker, and Keria then retreat knowing that the fight was lost the moment they got engaged on. However, they all die as well, after Faker doesn't kill Chovy who lives with 1 HP. In this fight from the 2024 Spring Finals, GENG has the poke comp with Aurelion Sol and Varus. It is up to T1 to find picks with Faker's Azir and Keria's Nico. GENG starts the fight with river control and slowly pokes down T1 with Varus and Aurelion Sol. And right when Dragon spawns, GENG has no interest in starting it. In fact, peyz and Chovy, the 2 pokers, kite up into their jungle. This is because poke comps never want to put themselves at risk for a flank. If they start Dragon, T1 can wrap around them and jump on them. So, Genji invites T1 to start the dragon. Genji wants to continue dancing while poking. But T1 don't buy it either, so Guma pushes mid with Baron buff to force Genji to make a decision. Respond mid or start dragon. As Guma gets mid tart and Faker joins him to continue pushing mid, the pressure is mounting. Genji has no choice but to start dragon to pull Faker and Guma back. In fact, one can argue that T1 can even delay Genji's backs for Faker and Guma to get an inhib. T1 has 2 dragons and Genji only has 1 dragon, so securing inhib would mean a lot more than this dragon. But Faker and Guma decide to come back to dragon, and Genji repositions so that their poke champions are as far from T1 as possible. Genji is constantly aware of T1's flanking possibilities with Rek'Sai's Tremor Sense. Notice how Kiin and lehends serve as bodyguards for Chovy and Peyz in case T1 flanks from above. And Kiin even pops Blast Plant for good measure. Both teams slowly hit dragon while Genji's poke setup remains safe from any T1 flank engages. And after a botched engage from Keria and an amazing Aurelian Soul ult from Chovy, the fight ends with a quadra kill for Chovy. In our next team fight, Zeus is lurking at Genji's raptors. Genji has no idea and sends Chovy to start dragon. Zeus then jumps on Peyz and stuns him, but Peyz responds with cleanse. Delight uses his positioning to headbutt Zeus towards Genji to isolate him, forcing him to use Zhonya's. Both Maokai ult and GP ult are thrown to cut off Faker and Guma from defending Zeus. And once Zeus gets out of Zhonya's stasis, he is immediately knocked up by Chovy's Yone Q3, bursted by Zeri ult, and pulled back by Chovy's Yone ult that also hits Faker. Oner and Keria both look to peel for Faker, and Faker also uses a Zir ult to get Chovy off of him. But Chovy baits everyone on T1 by returning to a sullen bound. And with Zeus dead, T1 looks to retreat. Peyz goes aggressive and dashes over the wall to hit Oner, so Guma looks to punish him. But Delight notices this, and he immediately jumps on Guma with a W flash Q Alistar combo. Guma is deleted, and Genji chased down the rest of T1 for a clean ace that started as a nice flank engage from Zeus. In this team fight, T1 and Genji are A-ramming. Shurelias are traded from both teams, with Genji looking to go aggressive onto T1. But once Doran's body slam misses, T1 immediately looked to re-engage with Ornn ult, Nocturne ult, and Ahri ult Everfrost. But Peyz prevents this highly coordinated engage with a single stopwatch, and Zeus and Oner are found stranded on Peyz's golden body. Once Peyz gets out of stasis, he gale forces to safety while Peanut buys time with Wukong ult. Guma gets a nasty Aphelios ult, but it critically doesn't hit Peyz. And in this exact moment when Aphelios ult was thrown, Delight punishes Guma with a Rakan W knockup, followed by another Wukong ult in Lissandra ult. And once Guma falls, the rest of T1 fall one by one, and Peyz is left unscathed. In the final teamfight, Genji have full vision control around Baron, so T1 is anxious that Genji could be starting Baron. But in reality, Genji are sitting in bushes and doing nothing. But T1 gets so anxious that Oner face checks a Wukong ult, and the rest of Genji are ready to punish him. Oner flashes to safety after being taken to a quarter HP, and Guma's Varus ult only hits Peanut's Wukong clone. Thinking the clone is the real Wukong, Oner also throws his Sejuani ult to chain CC the clone. However, Keria's Nautilus ult knocks out the real Wukong. Guma and Keria then focus the real Wukong, and both Peanut and Keria flash to safety. While this fight may seem over, Chovy has different plans. He ults down to cut off T1's escape path, and uses the second RA ult charge to dodge Zeus' shock blast. The attention Chovy draws from T1 gives Doran an angle to jump on Faker and Guma. And in the perfect moment to dodge the Veigar cage, Doran flash body slams both Faker and Guma. Meanwhile, Chovy charms Zeus and is distracting Keria. Guma burns Cleanse and Flash to avoid the Gragas ult, and therefore, the Gragas ult knocks Faker towards GENG and knocks Guma away from the fight. Faker then flashes to safety, but Delight is prepping his Recon ult, which then allows him to instantly flash W and knock up Zeus and Faker. Peyz also uses Gale Force to get into position to deal massive damage. Doran extends the chain CC by body slamming Zeus and Faker again, giving Peyz more time to freely hit. Peyz ends this fight with a triple kill, and GENG gets an uncontested Baron. Which GENG teamfight was your favorite and why? Do you agree with my ordering? Let me know in the comments. If you like analytical content like this, please hit the like and subscribe button for more. See you in the next video.